Podcast, yay! Woo.
Yay!
Yeah. Oop. That was me diving right on the fucking microphone. That was loud. My apologies.
That a little bit ASMR-y for a little bit.
Mm, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you want me to go
Mm.
low? Do you want me to go low? Low.
Swing low.
Alright, so, happy birthday, Zero. We're recording this on Zero's
Thank
birthday.
you.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
26. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah! I did it again. Fucking stop
Yay.
it. Okay. So, yeah. Hey, Zero. Happy birthday. Are you planning to do anything?
uh,
Probably not going out, I imagine.
I mean, it's pandemic time, so we're gonna order sushi to be brought to us,
It's a good shout. Sushi.
and then I'm gonna have
Oh no, but
cake
what
and
if it arrives
presents and
cold?
ah.
Yeah.
Uh, um, no. Uh, I asked for a PS5. I'm not gonna get one,
Yeah, no.
but you gotta try.
Hmm.
Uh, I actually I got myself a birthday present
Yeah, as you do, as an adult.
because I was like, there's something I really really want, and so I have a katana set
Oh my god.
that I once bought a long time ago. We were in like Chinatown or something. I was like, I want a katana set, Mom and Dad. They're like, okay, that's like $60.
Also, Japanese, not Chinese, but whatever.
I know. I got about the quality that I was expecting,
Hmm.
or should have expected at the time. So I was a dumb kid when I got that, and as a result, I had tried to clean the bigger katana blade with water, and that was really stupid, and it ended up getting rusted.
Yeah.
And so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself a fancy, nice katana, and I did, and it
Hmm.
arrived.
Hmm.
I'm gonna post a link in the recording chat so you can see it's a blue bladed katana.
Okay.
If it will load, very very high quality, has a nice weight to it. Apparently is battle ready, whatever that means. I don't think it is. I don't think
Uh,
this is something you would use in a fight.
that means sharp, is what that means.
Yeah,
The blade is not blunted.
it is. It is a bit sharp, but like there's a picture without the sheath on.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay. I Yeah, that is an actual katana, and
yes.
I have I mean that is an actual katana, and not like there is a difference in like the ripple pattern along the blade. Like that is very non-uniform, which is how actual katanas are. Like you can get modern made ones that are very uniform, that are just kind of I forget what the term is, but it's just like sort of filed on. That's not the right term, but like it's just shaped that way to make it look like a real katana.
This thing feels like twice as heavy as the cheap katana that I bought. Like this thing is real, you know? And like look at the sheath.
Mm.
Like it is beautiful. Like a deep sort of blue with like a black hilt, little golden dragon underneath the cross stitching. And because I got I'd been playing FF14 and I found like, oh hey, there's these really cool set of katana for my character, and they're like blue katana. I'm like, wait, katanas can be blue? And I looked it up. It's like I want that one online that I found.
Mm.
Let me research a bit, and then I got it. So very happy with that.
It's very pretty.
Probably post these pics in the Discord as well.
Yeah. That's very pretty.
Um,
I am
it is
jealous.
it is beautiful. Like I just keep looking at it and taking it out and looking at it. Um, I'm gonna be sure to maintain this one because this one's actually like worth something.
Mm.
But yeah, woke up. It's my birthday. I was like, I'm gonna go log into Fate Grand Order and see what everybody has to say about my birthday because all the servants have the birthday lines.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was my birthday
So
last month, and I just didn't care and didn't do anything. So yeah.
there were lots of fun little lines. I believe First Hassan said, I can find it. First Hassan said, "I hear the bells toll. This day I sense a head most ripe for the taking." And I'm like, "Don't kill me on my birthday, please."
Hmm. It's an auspicious day. You should celebrate it. Birth and death are intertwined.
But yeah.
I can see the logic.
Yeah, I guess. Been I guess it's we're already just kind of going into weeks and stuff. I've been working, teaching and stuff. Been pretty busy with that. Taught a fifth grade class the other day, and they were like, "Are we the worst class you've ever had?" And I'm like, "No, no, no." It's like, see, we are the worst class you've ever had because I didn't say it with enough conviction, and it's just like, you're not. I've had that question asked a few times by the loud classes. They're not the worst.
Mm.
I've taught kindergarten before, many times.
Yeah,
And
that's probably how you should answer that question. Are you kindergartners? No? Then you're not the
you may
worst.
you may act like kindergartners, but you're not. You
That-
don't you don't have potty accidents in class.
yeah, there is a difference there that you cannot like bridge
Hmm.
unless you really, really want to and are really committed. Though doing that would hurt you more than it would hurt me, kind of thing.
Yeah. What else? What else has been happening? I've been working, playing a little bit of FF14. I was watching something. I started watching. I want to watch it more with my dad, but Sweet Home on Netflix.
Alabama?
Not quite.
Kid Rock. No one's more authentic than Kid Rock.
Sweet Home is it's a live action adaptation of a horror manhwa that they put on Netflix. It's really good. What they do is they did this for like Alice in Borderland, which is another manhwa, where they English dub the show. And it's actually pretty good in terms of the dubbing. Like I'm not too off put by it. Took a little bit of getting used to it first, but hey, it's a basic premise is there's this guy moving into this apartment complex. He's alone, and everybody you kind of get a brief introduction as to all the various bizarre personalities of this apartment complex. Our main character is at like the end of his rope, and he is planning for his own suicide. And then monsters attack. And people are turning into monsters, and they're all kind of trapped inside the apartment complex and have to work together and try to avoid or evade the monsters that are wandering around. Hence the name Sweet Home.
I'm not a
Mm.
big horror guy, so I can.
Oh, speaking of not being a big horror guy, The Walking Dead returned with
I
another
didn't
episode.
know it went away, but okay.
They had their like mid-season break, and you
Ah,
know
okay.
what? That's okay. The Walking Dead is currently in a state where it's like, you know what? This is okay. I'm enjoying this. For a long period of time, it was in a state of, I don't want to watch this anymore. Why am I watching this? This is bad. But they did a lot of like drastic changes. Um, Whole time skips, certain characters are just gone. It's entirely going down a lot of original plot lines. So I've actually been enjoying that.
Hmm. How many seasons is that
Uh,
show into now? Like 12?
Too many. Too many. Too many. Uh,
I know Supernatural's on
see.
like 16 or whatever.
All right, I think it's on season 10 or 11. No, season 10. I think.
Hmm.
Wait, hold on. Is it season 11? Are we that far? No, it's season 10. The final season is going to be season 11.
Ah, okay.
Like they are going to finally end it. And then they're going to do movies.
Sure.
They have so many spin-offs of The Walking Dead, and I
I
don't care
mean,
about any of
The
them.
Walking Dead is a spin off, technically speaking, so
All right.
of the comics.
There um The Walking Dead, there's The Walking Dead, there's Fear the Walking Dead, there's The Walking Dead World Beyond, and then they are making two more shows, whereas a Daryl and Carol spin-off series for these two characters, and then Tales of the Walking Dead. I I feel like you get to a point where it's like, we've been in these zombie apocalypse for 7 years, and you're like, shouldn't most of them be dead by now?
By which you mean the zombies.
How? Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
the walkers.
Shouldn't the zombies be just dust at some point? Because it's just not enough for them to eat, and they're also
Yeah.
decaying constantly.
They aren't perpetual
Uh,
motion machines that have a limitless supply of energy. Like, they need, like, calories the same as anything else does if they're gonna move.
I think it was established in Walking Dead lore that the virus is something that kind of infects and hijacks the brain and everything, and that's why you need to, deal damage to the head. But even the brain's going to decay at some point
Hmm.
into nothing.
Yep.
They beat a dead horse until it's zombified, and then beat it again with this franchise.
I kind of would like a zombie apocalypse scenario where, yes, that is exactly what happens. All of the zombies decay and stop being zombies. So there basically aren't any zombies anymore, and everyone just has to deal with the new world where there are about 800 to 1 corpses to people. At, a conservative estimate. Just
That seems like you could do something with that. You know? Like the risk of disease, for example, is huge. But if you do that, then how are we gonna get the zombie killing action?
yeah. I mean, there's the apocalypse scenario, and then there's the post-apocalypse scenario, and I feel like no one does the post-apocalypse for zombies. They just want the zombies, and then anything that comes after where the complete societal rot and destruction isn't really resolved at any point or expanded upon where you end up with basically Fallout style stuff without the radiation, where everyone's
Mm-hmm.
trying to pick up their own civilizations in different ways and factions and stuff. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
One thing, the thing that I've actually have liked most recently about some of the Walking Dead stuff was they kind of expanded their world to introduce different civilizations and different groups, and it's like we have to deal with these people and we have to trade with these people, and that sort of thing is interesting.
But then it always has to come back to zombies.
But then it always has to come back to zombies, and it's like, okay, the conflict isn't actually the zombies here. It's just this group of people, but they're going to use the zombies as a weapon because it's zombie apocalypse. That's okay. How many times are we going to do that? All the time? Got it.
Mm.
Um, then they introduced the most recent villain, which was like the Whisperers, and their whole thing is they put on like zombie masks and stuff, and they blend in with the zombies, and they sort of guide the hordes of zombies, and they're kind of like cult like in their beliefs of, oh man, we love zombies. Zombies are the best.
Now that would be a great post-apocalypse faction. All of the zombies are gone, but people have gone so bonkers they just act like zombies anyway.
That would have actually been really interesting, actually, now that you bring that up. But no, it's just these Whisperers have a gigantic horde of zombies that they just kind of maintain and that they use as a threat against other factions. I don't know how you can maintain that big of a horde this far into the apocalypse.
Mm.
They don't have enough people to do that.
Hmm.
Zombie media is weird. Like there was a point where everything was zombies, right?
Yeah, I remember that was. I'm gonna say 2006 to 2010 was everything zombies. No, 2012, because that was when World War Z, the film, came out, I think.
Yeah, there was World War Z, Dead Island. I remember that whole thing. That was a
Dead Rising
series.
got in right at the beginning of it.
Dead Rising, yeah.
Left 4 Dead.
Zombie mode in Call of Duty.
Mm.
Dying Light. Which, hey, making a sequel for
Dying
that.
Light
Dying
was the
Light.
same developer as Dead Island, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. I actually really like Dying Light. It's very fun.
Apparently, it was quite good.
Because it's a lot of kind of free running with running and jumping and parkour and stuff, and that's very fun to do.
Yeah. There's some word about some not great things going on with the development of Dying Light 2. That is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like totalitarian control of the development studio, and the CEO of Techland is kind of nuts and obsessed with CDPR.
Mm-hmm.
As in, the development staff will be like, yeah, this is what we're working on, this is how we think this should work, and he's like, yeah, but what about what CDPR are doing, though? Like, have you looked at that cyberpunk thing?
Mm-hmm.
Could we, like, do stuff that they do? Like, all of the time, like, every single time it comes back to what CDPR do, and The Witcher, and Cyberpunk, and probably Gwent somehow. I don't fucking know. He wants to put a card game in there. Yeah. It's a little disheartening. Because I was looking forward to Dying Light too. That had, what's his name? Chris Avalon, who apparently had some sort of scandal, but there are so many of those, it's hard to empathize at this point. But he was one of the main writers on Pillars of Eternity. He was Obsidian writer. and what they were doing with the factional stuff of the authoritarian and then the criminal side, and you can side with one or the other, and it'll change how the city looks in different places based on who you help in those areas. That all looked really cool.
Yeah, sounds cool.
I wish. like all that stuff was really interesting, and then you hear about the stuff that the management of the developers are doing, and it's like, please no, please don't fuck this up, please. So yeah.
Well, at least for zombie media, we have Resident Evil Village and the very tall vampire lady.
Everyone loves Lady Dimitrescu. I'm not even a big Resident Evil fan, but I know that fucking name because people won't fucking shut up.
And then they're like, wow, we didn't know that she was so popular. By the way, her height is 9 feet tall and 6 inches.
Yeah. The art has been fun for that.
One thing I've actually really enjoyed seeing about Resident Evil Village is it looks like they're bringing back vampires and werewolves and stuff. It's looking real good. I miss vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, like, I would say that's Resident Evil getting back to its roots, but it's really not, is it? It was all zombies and then biological monsters, like bioweapon monsters. Never really did the expanding into other horror creature tropes. So,
I mean,
new direction.
Like biological weapons and monsters and zombies and like mutations, and now it's just like, oh hey, vampires and werewolves, let's go. Eastern European.
Yeah.
Freaking castles and countesses and fun stuff. And beef up the classic vampires and werewolves with some biological terror.
Yeah. It could be. I should probably play 7 at some point. The last one I played was 5, and there's been... I'll put it on the fucking list.
I played 5 with my dad. It was a ton of fun. Like, co-oping through that. I also played 6.
I remember the first time I played 5, and I did what I tend to do, which is completionism, and that was actually, at the time, once I got used to some of the jank of the game, it was pretty fun. But I did have to get used to the jank of the game. I did not play 6.
I played 6. I played through like one of the storylines, and that was Jake's. Because Jake just does melee combos on the zombies, and that was kind of okay. Then I tried to play another storyline, and I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. The story was already nonsense. I just had fun punching zombies.
Apparently that game was one of Matt Mercer's big breaks because he played Leon. I did not know that. I watched the interview with him with Philip DeFranco last night. So, yeah, it was cool to know. Of all games that would get him success, it's an interesting one, but, you know.
You should try the remix.
I don't want to play 3.
I
don't want to play 3.
Okay.
2 is a maybe.
I know my dad played a lot of 2 and a lot of 3. He did 3 at like the hardest difficulty, and he had to sometimes call me in to help him out with this section because it was just too tough. Like the final boss was, if you make a mistake, you just die.
Mm.
But
Mm.
that's enough zombie stuff.
Yeah.
How about Pokemon?
Pokemon's pretty good, my dude. Like, we got that fucking Nintendo Direct and there was nothing, like, incredibly mesmerizing, let's say, for a weird word that is because I can't think of other good words because I did all my
There was
writing
nothing
like the
that
last
broke
minute.
the internet, you know?
Yeah, it was all a lot of stuff that was very interesting to very specific people, and everything else they didn't care about. That particular group didn't care about. So it was little pockets of interest all around the internet, and nothing big. And then Pokemon Direct comes out, and it's everything big, and Pokemon fans still fucking hate it because they're shitheads. But whatever.
I really liked that direct.
I did too. I loved everything, like literally every single piece of it. I loved, and then I started hearing about the the quote unquote fan reactions, and it's like,
The Pokemon fan base has always been toxic.
they're why we can't have nice things.
I mean, like, okay, so we got Pokemon Snap.
Yes,
More
the
of a look
fucking
at
meme
that.
fodder is what that is. It's gonna be great.
It looks great. I love that you can just, of course, you can upload the pictures straight to the internet and have that there, and you can edit them, and that game still looks beautiful.
I am so looking for that is the thing that grabbed me more than anything else, and it's the thing no one's talking about. So
It's coming out in April, like
yeah,
next month.
yeah,
That's really cool.
I get to not play it. That's great. Oh, if that thing is fucking, you have to have the Switch undocked and you've got to use the tiny fucking screen, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Nah. They know better now. Um, I think it's gonna be great.
I really hope so. It looked so cool.
Just make sure to disable motion controls because you know they'll be active.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can throw the little light balls to light up Pokemon and change the colors of their effects, which I find kind of cool.
It's pretty cool.
And oh hey, you can play this tune, or they're giving you all the tools and more that you had in the original Pokemon Snap to try to get the best pictures.
Yeah. It'd be great. I mean, it's the same as what it was back in the day. It's fucking I forgot what's the name of that type of game where you're on a track and you just shoot things.
Rails.
Yeah, it's
On
a rail
rails.
shooter, but with a camera. So that gives them a lot of leeway to have the Pokemon react differently to different stimuli because that's literally all they do. You don't have to factor in anything else or what else the player might do because they can only do like 6 things.
I'm really curious how many areas they're going to have in it. I hope it's a lot.
I'm gonna bet 10.
Yeah, that'd be a solid number. That probably day and night cycle for each one.
Yep.
Get different Pokemon coming out at night, different at day. Yeah, that sounds awesome. On top of this, there is the Pokemon remix for Diamond and Pearl.
People hate
This
the art
one
style
was-
apparently. Dawn loves it.
This-
I agree with her. It looks cute.
Yes. Me and Dawn were of one mind. Calling herself Cheapy Dawn after the Dawn from this.
I wasn't joking. I really did think it was just because she's small.
So they did something that I actually really appreciate. They just remade the game as it was. Like they went with a chibi art style to kind of recapture the top-down sort of feel to it. I think a lot of people were expecting,
they
oh
weren't
man,
gonna
they're
do
gonna do
fucking
big
sword and
wild
shield
areas.
shit. They weren't gonna do that. They were never gonna do that.
They didn't do that they didn't do for any other remake. I mean, Horus, like, they did a lot for it.
Kind
but
of. Horus came out when it was X and Y, which was still basically top down.
Yeah, it was still basically top down. They added in lots of new features, and like people were like, "Oh man, it's gonna be the same. We're not gonna add in anything." Of course, they're gonna add in a lot of stuff, but they are outsourcing this.
Because as is heavily known, Game Freak do not have time to make other shit if they want to make something good.
That being said, I think that it's actually going to turn out really good partially because they're outsourcing it.
Yeah. I mean, if they're outsourcing it, then this other studio had to work on this and didn't have to be distracted by other stuff, like Snap or the third thing that we will get to. Are we there yet?
Snap wasn't Snap also outsourced?
I don't know. Might have been.
I think it was. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Who's developing it? Yeah, it was Bandai Namco.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's
why it looks so good.
That's... Not sure how to feel about that.
They did the same. They made Pokken as well.
Okay.
Which looks great.
Yeah. I mean, you hear Bandai Namco and you hear, like, fucking Omega Force and shit. And that's...
They've already made Pokken, which looks amazing. It's one of the best looking Pokemon games. So they tend to do a pretty good job with it. And then the last thing that they really showed that was of major import is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Or Arceus. Chaos.
Apparently that is how you pronounce it, yes. Arceus.
Coming out early next year. Set in the Sinnoh region, but years before
any quotes, early
next
year. I think that game's going to get pushed, personally. But, yes.
Probably to summer. But it looks ambitious.
It looks unfinished because I feel like it is very much unfinished.
Oh yeah, it's even in the trailer. There's a ton of noticeable elements of frame drop, including some. That Pokemon over there is moving at like 3 frames a second.
Yeah, you get the impression that this was a very alpha build that they're still really fucking working on, and they're doing the underlying systems first. So they didn't really care to try and make it look pretty before it's, ready. And they have a lot of time to get it into a state where they can actually show something worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
It could be quite good.
So the whole thing with this is it's open world Pokemon. You're going around in ancient Sinnoh, catching Pokemon to complete the first ever Pokedex. You have a dodge roll. You can sneak in the tall grass and throw Pokeballs manually to catch Pokemon. There's Pokemon battles against the wild Pokemon. I haven't seen a trainer battle because there's very not much that they gave us. I don't know if there will be trainer battles.
Yeah, it feels like that won't be... Like, they very clearly state, this is one village in the Sinnoh region. This is your base of operations. You're not going to be running around fighting fucking gyms. That's not this. Sinnoh is barely settled. Most of this is fucking wilderness.
One thing I did notice based off the combat menu, they don't get the wild Pokemon you're up against doesn't have a level by their name.
Yeah, it's go.
So I'm wondering if we're going to see enemies that just kind of scale to your level.
It looks like it's just go, and there's no stuff like that. right now is what it looks like. We don't really know what that's going to be.
Because I remember in Pokemon Sun and Moon, what they did was they had the totem Pokemon that all had like huge buffs on them, and they were kind of like boss Pokemon that you had to fight.
Mm.
So I wonder if they'll do something similar for this. Um,
It
I don't
feels
know.
like the Arceus stuff is really too early to call.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I will say one thing though, although a lot of the game doesn't look that great, the skybox is really pretty.
Hmm. I mean, it's a skybox. That is probably the easiest part because it's just one big texture.
It's a good skybox. I like it, and I like the lighting. It's just um, needs more time in the oven. But hey, I was very excited when I saw that because I kind of felt like this sort of thing was going to happen after Sword and Shield, and then playing around with the wild areas. And the wild areas were my favorite part about Sword and Shield,
Mm.
except for the fact that there were no trainers in them. I don't know how they're going to do this.
I feel like once again, this might have been one of those things where they showed things in the wrong order. I think I said the same thing about the direct, but I feel like Legends should have come first because that's like, okay, this is our proof of concept for this thing. It's going to come out quite some time from now, but here's the general gist of what it is, and we'll show you something at a later date to make you really fucking hype for it. But instead, they made it the last thing you see as if to generate hype. And that's not what you can do with a trailer like that when it was very bare bones.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it should have been first because that's the furthest out, and it's the thing that people will forget about most. Like, that's a long time from now, so you kind of want people to forget about it, and then when you come
so
out with a good trailer later, you can remind them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that looks fucking cool now. I'm kind of down for that." Is the kind of reaction you hope for, and then
mm,
have the things that are like right about to come out be the last thing, so people remember that thing, so they go out and buy it right away.
yeah. So I think honestly, if you start with Legends, then you do probably remakes and then Snap, or Snap and then remakes and on remakes.
Mm. Yeah, because you do
Um,
want you do want the big ones beginning and end. That is generally how it works. So it probably would have been better with Snap in the middle. I'm not happy that that is the least interesting thing about that because I think it's the most interesting. But yeah, that would have been a good middle portion for like this is still really fucking cool, but it's okay if you maybe forget a little bit about it because of the big deal that comes at the end, which is the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
yeah,
Is
and
is probably how I would have done it anyway. But then again, while I have a little bit of marketing savvy, I'm still mostly a layman.
mhm. I they also announced there was the live music uh Pokemon concert thing, virtual, not exactly live, but the virtual concert.
Mm,
Did you see that?
I did not.
Okay. The Pokemon virtual concert was with Post Malone,
Oh God, yeah. I did see a thing about Post Malone doing Pokemon.
and he has the 3D model which haunts my dreams. But nothing's like Post Malone singing about sex while a Gyarados jumps over him. Good times.
It's a metaphor for thrusting, maybe. Uh,
it's a beautiful video, but like that model for Post Malone is so much in the uncanny valley.
Mm.
Uh, and they announced at the end of that, oh, we're gonna do more of these Post Malone virtual or not Post Malone, more virtual concerts. Next up with Katy Perry.
Oh God. Like Post Malone, yes, he's cool. Well, he's very popular in certain crowds. I like him, but Katy Perry is.
He said Katy Perry, Balvin,
I
and
don't know
many
who that
more
is.
artists. I don't know who that is either.
Katy Perry's on the way out. That is a bad time to get her. Like if it was like 4 years ago, maybe.
Because it's Pokemon Day. It's the 25th anniversary. Um,
I feel like Post Malone would have been hype for that shit. Like, yeah, all right, I'll be at a Pokemon thing.
yeah, no, I think he likes Pokemon.
Yeah, he was at the right age.
Um, Also for the 25th Pokemon Day thing, they were like, "Oh, by the way, we're having events in all of our mobile games and stuff, and you can have events and we have the Pikachu, the big bat Pikachu, in Sword and Shield for Dynamax raids." And I'm just like, people still do that? People are still doing those Dynamax raids? Pretty sure everybody got everyone they wanted already. But they announced Leon from Sword and Shield as the new Pokemon and new Pokemon Master and Pokemon Master's sex.
Still a funny name.
And you know what kind of makes me mad? He gets introduced, and I decided I'd just log in because, I'm going to get free stuff for Pokemon Day, so why not?
Sure.
And he has the special thing where he's a Master Sync pair. It's our new mechanic we're rolling out where he just has it so he just powers up every single other sync pair that you have as like a special passive bonus thing that only he has right now.
Who the fuck is he?
He's the champion of the Galar region of Sword and Shield. He has
Is he?
a Charizard.
Okay.
Yeah. He has a Charizard. He has like the third Charizard in the game.
I thought that was like the guy with all the fucking sponsored things on his coat or whatever.
That is Leon.
Is it?
Yeah.
I remember seeing him in the trailer thing for Pokemon Master Sex, but I didn't see the coat, so I didn't recognize him.
He has a Charizard. One of the most boring options for a champion to have. Because if you hit Charizard with a rock type move, he just dies. That was so disappointing. It was so disappointing when I got to the end of Sword and Shield and I had the battle against him and he's like, Charizard Dynamax! And Charizard turns into a super powerful Omega Awesome form, and then I just hit it with a rock type move and it dies. Instantly.
Yeah. Oh, that. It's funny though. Like fucking super mega omega Charizard, like 80 feet tall, and he gets hit with fucking rock throw. That's a rock move. Just like a little boulder, and it just goes on his foot, and he dies. Just falls over in the arena.
Yeah, basically. It's like, look how big this Charizard is. Look at him. He is big fire dragon. And nobody cares. It's the sort of thing where I realize you want your champion to have an iconic, like dragon or something, like an iconic Pokemon. I feel like Sword and Shield had much better options than Charizard.
Yeah. You know what would have been a fun thing for that?
What?
Aegislash.
Yeah,
A literal
turning
sword
in
and shield.
turning into like a freaking unlimited blade works when it Gigantamaxes.
Yeah.
I'd be down. Like
That would have been good.
Ghost and Steel typing, there's a few ways to deal with that, but it's not a 4 times weakness. And it has coverage.
That would have been pretty cool. Oh well. Missed opportunities.
Yep. Like everybody knows how to beat Charizard really easily. It's that's the thing.
It's like, oh, Gyarados, it's super fucking scary. Zap, it's dead.
Yeah. I think in X and Y, the main villain was like, "Behold, it's my mega evolved Gyarados." Zap.
Hmm.
You gotta stop doing this. This is a problem.
You know what? You keep like seeing, like whenever Gyarados is brought up, it's like, oh, this is the most terrifying thing because it will rage and kill anything if it comes close to the shore. I feel like their population is controlled just by storms. Like, just out at sea, a storm happens, Gyarados comes up to the surface, and it immediately gets struck by lightning. And it dies. And that's how there are no gigantic Gyarados swarms attacking the coasts every day.
Every time. Just lightning strikes, another Gyarados dies. All you need is one like Pikachu just guarding the shores, waiting for another Gyarados to pop up.
Oh, I want a Pikachu in a Coast Guard uniform. I want that so badly right now. Holy shit.
Coast Guard Pikachu culling the herd.
P. Arms folded. Or as close as you can get with a Pikachu, so it's more like it's just kind of halfway across its chest. And it's P. Catch you.
P. I would like to have like a Pokemon game where the champion has a Pokemon that you can only catch after, like their star Pokemon that they have. The scariest one is one that you can't actually catch until after you beat them. And so you don't know what they can do. It comes at you like a complete surprise. You're like, what type is this? How do I fight this?
That would have been cool before the internet age, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because
nowadays everybody will just look it up.
Exactly what they wouldn't have to load up. It would be in a trailer. It would be like, this is the brand new Pokemon we've come up with. These are its types. This is the special move it can do.
I hate that. Well, no, there are some Pokemon that have been like genuine surprises in these games.
Sometimes, but I feel like they tend to be like the ones that come out after the game is out, like the special ones at fucking GameStop or whatever the shit.
Well, like nobody knew that Necrozma was in Sun and Moon.
The fuck is that?
Initially, Necrozma was a post-game legendary that you just found in a cave, and it was super cool. And then in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Necrozma gets a special Ultra Necrozma form as like a final boss, and it's a really epic final boss. And it's super, super cool. But the rest of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is just kind of bad because it's the same thing as Sun and Moon, but worse. Like, super cool final boss. You're going up against a Pokemon where it feels like you're going up against like a JRPG final boss. But yeah. I really like what they do sometimes. It's like, you're not catching this Pokemon, you have to fight it. You have to fight this legendary Pokemon, and you have to win.
Yeah, that was a big thing in Sun and Moon with the Tapu Tipa Tepadum things. Wasn't it? I don't know. That might be a marketing thing of like, Japan doesn't really have the gotta catch 'em all thing, but we do. So it feels wrong if you can have to fight a Pokemon and you can't catch it. It feels a little bit wrong.
I do like it though when the Pokemon is framed as a boss fight that then you have to defeat and then you're able to catch. Because a lot of times you're up against a legendary Pokemon, you're just like, I throw a Master Ball.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, even then, it's hard to have a boss fight in a Pokemon game because you have a team of 6 and there are 1, and if you have its weakness, you won't need your team of 6.
I remember the Totem Pokemon in Sun and Moon was just like, this one is super, super buffed up in this way.
Yeah.
And they have a particular fighting style, and you kind of have to find out what their weakness is. But not just like move type weakness, but like what stat can you really focus on either bringing down or like there's a little bit more to it. Not a lot, but a little bit more.
Yeah. I guess I'm just kind of out of touch on Pokemon. That might just be me.
I feel like there's a lot you can do, and especially with it's okay.
I'm getting there too. Back at Gen 1 with my sister's boyfriend stole on Game Boy. Yeah.
I played Gen 1. I was only like, I didn't get to play it until I was old enough to be conscious. Because it came out when I was like a year old, but I did play it.
Yep.
Anyway, I hope that they are able to make Legends good, and I hope that they throw in lots of fun extra stuff in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Because
I thought it was the other way around.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining. It's brilliant because that's a specific descriptor for diamonds.
Yeah, I remember wanting it to be the other way around because that's a JoJo thing. Shining Diamond.
Yes, Shining Diamond. That's the JoJo meme.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody got really mad online of just like, oh, this looks like crap. How dare you give this to us?
It looks like Diamond and Pearl, dude. Chill the fuck out.
Oh, I can't stand it, this art style. Oh, it's Pokemon Go or Pokemon Let's Go all over again.
This is the art style of the game that you supposedly wanted them to remake.
Don't you see Pokemon Let's Go looks so much better than this graphically?
So, it's a fucking Pokemon game and it's on the Switch. What do you want? You think you're gonna get a fucking Pokemon game in 4K and 60 FPS? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's really just stupid. Everybody just hates anything chibi or cute.
Yeah. Forgetting
because in their minds,
90% of the fucking Pokemon roster is chibi and cute.
And forgetting that the pixel art style made everything chibi before with the pixels.
Yeah, go figure.
Like that's how it was.
Yeah. Everyone had a giant head and tiny bodies. That was how the fucking Pokemon art style was in Red and Blue, let alone Diamond and Pearl. It's always been like that.
But everybody just makes up their own mind about how things went. It's like, no. This is how it's. This is just limitations. It's not art style. They don't actually want it to look like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like to some extent, there's limitations, but the other extent, limitations can create the art style.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's not just limitations. Maybe they just wanted to be true to what the original was and make it look a bit better.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the case.
Because like again, Fire Red Leaf Green, but it looks like Red and Blue, but with 3rd gen graphics.
Yeah. I mean, it did look demonstrably different from Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire. I forgot which ones were the base ones. It looked different from those games because it was different from those games. It was trying to emulate the original art style of Red and Blue.
Specific way, but I understand people had like an insane version in their head of how the game was going to be. Like, oh man, we're gonna have a full movable camera. It's gonna be full 3D, and it's gonna be epic. And it's just like,
I blame the FF7.
It's not really a remake at that point.
I blame the FF7 remake. It's not a remake though. Diamond and Pearl is a remaster, effectively.
I think my headphones cut out. Hold up.
Hello? Testing? Testing?
There we go. I'm back.
Yeah. I was saying it. Final Fantasy VII seems to have just kind of upset what people think of when someone says remake, and from my perspective, Diamond and Pearl isn't really a remake, it's a remaster. It's making it prettier, it's updating some of the systems, but the base game is going to be pretty much the fucking same.
There's a lot of elements, like, I will say this, one thing I did notice, you can run diagonally. It's not, the movement isn't tile-based. However, a lot of the world design is, because it has to be faithful, and having certain puzzles and certain things still work is kind of important. Also, one thing I do want to say for anybody who cares about Pokemon lore, this is one of the few instances in which the remake is 100% true to the original art style, in which the characters have the same design, because it was a plot point in Oris that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are alternate timelines to the original Ruby and Sapphire. That's why there's so many divergences from the original. It's why there is like Mega Evolution and stuff in that game. So this is kind of and kind of for every other remake that had a different art style for the main characters, that's supposed to be like an alternate timeline of events. So this would be the first like actual remake that's staying true to the art style. So
Oh well. People get mad about the new Pokemon thing. We get mad about the people getting mad about the new Pokemon thing. Then people will get... Well, no one actually cares about us enough. But if they did, they will get mad at us getting mad at the people mad about the Pokemon thing.
I'm not really that mad. I'm just more so confused that, like... What were you expecting? You know, they it's not like they failed to deliver on any promises.
They were expecting Final Fantasy VII. Like I say, they've kind of broken the curve of what people expect a remake to be. They want it to always be a jump to what modern expectations are. They want, if, the modern game has a gigantic free roaming thing where you can have free control of the camera and everything looks really fucking pretty, then they're going to expect the remake of an old game to look exactly like that. They wanted Final Fantasy VII Remake to look like Final Fantasy 15, and it did. Better, granted, actually, but it was around the same sort of thing. So when Pokemon has Sword and Shield come out, and it looks great, and it has free moving camera, and you can move in wherever you want, then they expect the remake of Diamond and Pearl to do the same thing, because they've already proved it can be done, so just fucking do it. It's easy, isn't it?
But like you compare it to other remakes, and like Spyro Reignited and the Insane Crash trilogy, the graphics are updated, yeah, but the gameplay is still the same.
It's exactly the same. I think they added one new thing in Spyro.
Yeah, but it's pretty much exactly the same.
Yep.
So that's the kind of remake that we're getting. Oh, hey. Welcome.
Hey, Slice.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, we're recording the podcast right now.
I assumed.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Oh, cool.
And how it's not Final Fantasy VII remake. It's closer to like what Spyro and Crash did. It is same gameplay, updated graphics.
Just a reskin, essentially, and maybe a little bit of quality of life upgrade kind of thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Maybe some little extra added bonus features, but like, it's an excuse to go play Diamond and Pearl again.
It's probably going to have the basic systemic framework additions of like, I won't even say Sword and Shield, fucking XY. It'll add the new type. That's probably as far as it'd go, frankly.
Oh, one thing I do want to point out. Somebody pointed this out to me actually. In one of the scenes they showed, there was an NPC who gives you the Gracidia flowers if you have Shaman. That NPC only appears in Platinum, so it looks like they're putting in lots of elements from Platinum too.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, if they did this, remade the games, and then decided to come out with fucking pure Platinum, then I would say yeah, it's okay to be mad about that. That's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. But like Oris put in elements of Emerald. So
or Star Platinum.
They're putting in. If they call it Star Platinum, then nobody has a reason to be mad. Just do it for the meme. That's all that matters.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Well, Slicer's here. What are your thoughts on all the new Pokemon stuff?
I don't really play Pokemon, so I mean, it's cool. I appreciate that they did it. There's a lot of people that enjoy Pokemon, but I think the last Pokemon game I played was God, I don't even remember.
Snap,
Gen
Slicer.
5, I think.
Taking poker pictures. No? Okay.
I couldn't understand that. Your voice is so high.
Pokemon Snap.
Oh. Yeah, I did own that on the N64.
Yeah. There's a new one. It's coming.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
I'm the only one excited for Pokemon Snap. This hurts
Yeah.
me.
I was more focused on other N64 games, honestly. That was like my least favorite one.
It's okay. I'll take pictures. I'll show you my vacation photos.
I'm glad you can enjoy it.
Pokemon Snap. We need Pokemon Snap from Coast Guard Pikachu. Culling the herd.
Yeah, okay. Anything else, Zero?
No, I just thought about though. Aerodactyl must have really screwed over Charizard populations in the past.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but no, that's it. That's all I gotta talk about. You know, it's my birthday today. I think I'm done.
Yay. How's it going, Slicer?
Actually your birthday, or
It
because
is actually
you've
his
gotten
birthday.
so many things? Oh, well, happy birthday.
Yeah, I posted a picture. I got a sword for myself.
Oh. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going, Slicer?
Pretty good. It seems no matter how many alarms I set, it doesn't seem to matter. Something will inevitably go wrong, so I'm annoyed supremely. But, yeah. There's that. Let's see. Last night, after work, I decided to play Little Nightmares and beat it in one sitting, which was surprising. It's kind of a short game. Really, really good, actually. It's a platformer, so I struggled with it because I'm not super great at those. But man, that ending made it worth it. That was satisfying. That's the one where you play the tiny character in a giant world. You have a yellow raincoat on.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
I don't actually know anything about the game at all.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So you start in what is kind of implied to be an orphanage. Your character is a tiny little sort of girl-looking character, kind of. You're kind of androgynous. You have a yellow raincoat on. And throughout the game, your character will hunch over and cough and hold their stomach and be hungry. And you have to kind of limp around to find food. And so that's about the only story you get. I don't want to spoil anything because it's really good. If anyone hasn't played it, it's pretty much like $10 wherever you want to find it.
Yeah, I've heard good stuff about it. I remember the first one came out. I watched a few people play it.
I think the second one comes out soon, or it's already out. I haven't checked. I know I've seen pictures of it on the PlayStation Store.
Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares 2 it came out in December.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. And apparently there was is there co-op in this one? There's just I see 2 players.
Yeah, there's little DLC expansion packs. I think they're like $2 each. But I got the game on sale for like the definitive edition, so I got this for free. Where you play another character. There's an actual, like, it's kind of ambiguous if your yellow raincoat girl is even a human. The bonus character is absolutely a human child who you play. And his levels are, I hesitate to say hard mode, but they're much faster paced. He moves around a lot more smoothly. So I have not beat his campaign yet because it's only 3 levels as opposed to her 7, I think. But his levels are really long, and I didn't have that much time. Let's see. I'm up to date on WandaVision. Great show. Continues to be a great show.
Yes. Yes. The last episode, like every episode, I think it's better. Like
Yeah.
it's a steady rise in quality. Um,
I
I it was
the only thing I have seen about WandaVision is that they might have accidentally recreated the Lost meme.
really.
Yeah, uh, a sequential scene of her and someone else outside of a hospital, and then inside with another person, and then uh, outside a room with another person, and then in a room with someone on a table. Yep.
Oh, the control delete. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
But,
Right. I have not seen that, but I can imagine someone put it together.
yeah.
The scenes are there.
That was apparently a thing. I don't know the context aside from what I saw in the picture, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of interesting because I've been going through the Marvel movies with my friend Don because Don hadn't seen any of them, and um, we had just recently watched Avengers 2, and then we went and we watched Civil War, and she really Wanda Scarlet Witch doesn't get a lot of screen time or character depth or development.
Nope.
And
Yeah.
it's really nice because what WandaVision is doing is it's like, okay, we're gonna go tackle everything that she's been feeling and she's been going through, and we're going to actually develop the character and make her compelling. And that's really good. Very happy with that.
Memory serves. She was a bad guy, and then she was not a bad guy, and then she was fucking a robot, and then the robot died, and that was pretty much it. That was how that went.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, yes.
We didn't get any expansion on how she felt about any of this.
Which
is what
weird.
WandaVision's here for.
Yeah.
Exactly. Aside from facial expressions and body positioning, that was about it as far as a lot of how does she feel about this goes.
Yeah.
But that's the downside of only appearing in ensemble cast movies.
Yep. The films had no time for her, which was strange because of all the fucking drama that they gave her.
But hey, now she has multiple hours of character study that we can use to understand the character. And it makes her... It retroactively kind of helps fix that problem. Because now I have a better understanding of the character. Like this show was sorely needed, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if considering major events are going to be based around her, we really needed context for her character.
And in particular, why the Vision was so important to her. Which, understanding her background and how she felt about things makes a lot of sense now. Go watch it. It's good.
It's a bit on the nose what they did, but it fits, it makes sense, and it's not handled poorly. So it's really enjoyable. Definitely a good show.
Are you ready for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I will probably not be watching that. I don't care about any of the characters involved in that, unless
Falcon.
unless it comes out that it's related to the other shows or movies, or it has something that will give me context for other things. I will probably not be watching that.
Falcon's cool.
Oh, he is. Just I don't like him enough to watch an entire series about him.
Winter Soldier is kind of trying too hard to be cool.
Remember when Ant-Man beat the Falcon? Good times.
I actually don't.
And Ant-Man, he goes and ends up raiding the Avengers base. It gets to a fight with the Falcon, and the Falcon just kind of loses because he gets his gear wrecked by Ant-Man.
Ah, right.
Like, I understand they have like they're trying to go for like a buddy cop thing with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I feel like that's such a worn out thing at this point.
I don't even mind that it's worn out. I mind that the Winter Soldier is the other half of that buddy cop thing, because he seems like the complete wrong character for that kind of story structure.
Yeah. I don't mind the concept, and I'm happy to see Marvel characters interacting because they're usually very well written. But I really cannot stress enough. I don't care about these characters.
At least WandaVision had a very like interesting frame around it, and it got everybody interested in it. It's a much harder sell for Winter Soldier and Falcon adventures.
Don't put Winter Soldier's name first. He does not deserve that.
He doesn't.
He
does.
was so much more pivotal to the fucking films, and that doesn't matter at all because he fucking sucks. Falcon is way cooler.
I do get it, though. There's only so many House of M's we can pull from. I mean, there's only so many big comic events. But still.
You know what show I actually am excited for?
Loki.
Yeah. Because I just want to see Loki just go be a charismatic asshole who gets his face punched in every now and then.
I mean, he's tracking down himself, so whoever wins, he gets punched in the face. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
It occurs to me I actually have no idea what this show is about. What's the premise?
It's time travel cops, and they pull in Loki because Loki is causing some weird time travel shenanigans. And by Loki, I'm talking about a different Loki to the one that they pulled in. There are two Lokis. So they hire Loki. They hire Loki to catch
the first
Loki.
movie got away, basically.
Yeah.
It's a crime thriller where he has to stop himself.
I'm so excited for this.
Okay. My main concern was that the main character was going to be the whiny Thor, Loki from the first movie, or Avengers, rather. So is the main character going to be the mature Loki, or
I don't know.
What?
I just know it's going to be Loki. I don't know which one.
So I'm pretty sure he died. Pretty definitive. So I'm not sure.
He tends to die. He's died multiple times, technically. He's faked most of them.
So, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. That's coming out in June.
I guess technically the Hulk snap could have brought him back, but...
Well, I mean, he died before the snap even happened. He died
he got choked out.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it was a Dragon Ball Z style, I wish everyone that Thanos killed was alive again.
It was everyone that got snapped was unsnapped. That was what it was.
Yeah, it was undoing the snap specifically.
Yeah, and it is entirely possible for Loki to have faked that death where he got more directly Thanos.
True, Thanos didn't have the Reality Stone yet, so...
I'm curious where everything is going to go. Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I I will watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that's more out of obligation than interest.
Give it a couple
What
episodes
a
to
fun
grab you.
place for a show to be in.
It's more like I like everything else around this, but I need to know the context if this is going to end up leading to another movie or something.
I mean, most of the films that they've announced don't interest me. I won't say
Yeah.
most, like maybe half.
We got like a
Do
bunch.
we know how long the show is going to be? Is it just going to be one season, like 8 episodes, or
Seems about right.
because if that's it and they don't add on a bunch of new seasons, I'll probably just binge watch it at some point just to get it over with when it's out.
All right, so March 19th, so in 2 weeks, we have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Let's be perfectly honest. That show, at worst, is going to be passable.
Yeah, it's not going to be bad by any means. It just doesn't grab me.
Also, apparently, Zemo is returning from Civil War.
The fuck is Zemo?
In that, the one little snivelly guy who causes all of the Civil War shenanigans to happen because he wants revenge.
The fuck is Zemo?
The scientist guy?
No. Remember, he's just like, he's the guy who goes and he puts on the prosthetics to make himself look like Bucky, so then Bucky gets framed, and then
Who the fuck
he's
is
the
Zemo?
one who,
Like, you're explaining it to me, and it's not ringing a single fucking bell. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, no.
he pretends himself to be the therapist who goes, or not the therapist, the psychologist who goes into question the Winter Soldier, and then he ends up using the code words to make him go berserk.
Right. Okay, ringing a bell now.
I've still got nothing.
Yeah.
I remember Iron Man and Captain America fighting over the Winter Soldier, and that's about it. And the fucking
Zemo was the one
airfield fight.
and Zemo was the one who showed the video where it showed that Bucky was the one responsible for what happened to Tony's parents.
I mean, I guess someone had to have done that, so, okay. Whoever
Anyway,
that guy was.
Then in May, we get Black Widow, which is the...
I just get angry whenever I hear that fucking film's happening.
I'm just so confused.
Then in June, Loki. And then after Loki, we get Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Who?
Isn't it the Mandarin?
Yeah, the Ten Rings is the Mandarin, but that was like
a
fake out.
He is going against he's going against the actual Mandarin and not the fake out, because they're doing the actual Mandarin. Because there's like a short film that came out after Iron Man 3, where it's like, oh, you shouldn't have used his name, actor man, and it's like the real Mandarin is actually out there, and they hinted at that.
Really?
So they're gonna have Shang-Chi go against the real Mandarin.
I just thought they did that because the Mandarin was an artifact character from a time when that kind of shit was okay.
Well, they decided to have the Asian hero fight the Asian stereotype, I guess.
All right.
It's written by Dave Callahan, who did The Expendables, and directed by Asian American filmmaker Destin Daniel Cretton made The Glass Castle. Okay. Then there's The Eternals in November.
Oh, who cares?
And then Spider-Man 3 is in December.
All right.
Yeah, that one's called No Way Home, apparently. They made a joke teaser about how Tom Holland fucking spoils films.
Oh no, they actually gave all the main 3 actors different names and had them post all of them at the same time on Instagram. It was actually really funny.
I don't know which name it is, actually the real one. And then there's Hawkeye. There's still like a Hawkeye thing that's happening.
All right. Ronan was cool. So yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it.
Late 2021. And then Miss Marvel is apparently supposed to get a Disney Plus show.
Her character could use some redeeming. That'd be nice.
Different character. Captain Marvel is
Ms.
the blonde
Marvel,
one who is kind of an asshole. Miss Marvel has been multiple people, but I think the most popular one is her name Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan, yeah, that's who we'll be getting.
Okay.
Then
that could be okay. I hope.
Then next year we get the one I'm actually the most excited for, which is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in March.
Yeah, that could be stupid.
Yeah,
in a good way. In a good way.
We're having Wanda is going to be joining him in that one.
Well, apparently, based on what happened in WandaVision that I've heard about. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah. And then after that is Thor Love and Thunder, in which we bring back Natalie Portman.
The thing nobody asked for. The best thing she did in those fucking films was exit stage left with an offhand comment that she dumped Thor. That was the best thing she did in any of the Thor films.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't even part of it.
After that is Black Panther 2, which is, unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman had passed away.
Have they said what they're going to do about that? Is it recast or is
they're
it
not? They're not going to recast T'Challa. Instead, they're going to focus on the expanded cast of characters introduced in the first film.
Superhero film without the superhero. Okay, that could be interesting. I mean,
yeah,
Wakanda is an interesting place, so fair enough.
Then Captain Marvel 2, in which you're going to have Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel in the same movie.
Oh, poor Miss Marvel.
Also, Monica Rambeau, who was introduced in WandaVision, will be in there as well.
Okay. I don't know who that is, so I can't really comment on that.
She's the hero known as Photon.
I don't know who that is, so I can't really comment on it.
I don't know either. I'm just reading from this thing. And Guardians of the Galaxy,
Part 3, Volume
Holiday
3.
Special.
Oh, is it Holiday Special? Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be doing on the set of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They'll just do a little Disney Plus holiday special. And then Moon Knight, which is getting a Disney Plus series, which I'm super excited for. That's next year.
Oh God, Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight. He's so crazy.
I'm looking forward to that in an odd, morbid way.
Then you get the She-Hulk Disney Plus series.
Okay.
With Mark Ruffalo showing up again as Hulk.
Yeah.
And Tim Roth as the Abomination from The Incredible Hulk in 2008.
Yeah. Fuck.
They're doing the big polls.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of have to with Hulk movies. They don't generally sell super well. So. And
then 2023 gives us Guardians 3.
Yeah, that.
And then we have
could be okay. Fucking poor Thor.
Then there's still unknown when they're actually gonna come out is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Fantastic Four.
Nope.
Blade.
That's not as hard a nope as Fantastic Four, but it's still kind of a nope.
Secret Invasion starring Samuel L. Jackson.
It's gonna be about the fucking scrolls again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Ironheart. That's the one with the. That's the one with the young black girl who reverse engineers Tony Stark's armor.
I thought. Wait, no. Pepper Potts in the suit is called a rescue, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is a hard pass as well.
Then Armor Wars. Armor Wars, when the Iron Man tech falls into the wrong hands, Don Cheadle will return as War Machine in a Disney Plus series based on Marvel Comics Armor Wars. Okay. Then there's a series of Disney Plus shorts called I Am Groot, featuring new characters from around the Marvel Universe. So just like a bunch of shorts, like comedy things.
They're just hanging out with Groot?
Yeah.
Babysitting Groot?
Yeah.
I'm into that. I'm here for it. That sounds fun.
But that's everything they have announced and planned, I guess. I think Deadpool is going to come out at some point as well.
The last time I saw Groot, he was an asshole teenager.
Yeah. That's why I'm excited.
I want to see Groot now grown up and like having his own talk show.
Just comes on camera, zoom in. I am Groot. Audience applause.
I am Groot, and then the guest comes on. I am Groot. Yeah, that's all the Marvel stuff.
I don't know, just a bunch of Marvel characters having to deal with a shitty teenager all day. Sounds really fun.
Shitty teenage tree, yeah. Don't worry, he's all bark and no bite.
Oh,
God.
Anyway.
What did you do for your week, Casey?
Fuck did I do for my week? I fell behind on writing again. Not for actually not finishing a thing on time, kind of, technically. Well, it depends on how you think of it. Because I was writing a chapter. It was very close to the deadline. And I was like, this feels a little thin. I need to add more chapter. Okay. I'll do the thing that I was planning next, which is just based on what the characters would logically do next. And this might be the first time that has really seemed like a bad idea. And would change the story, like, theme and, like, style and genre pretty severely. So, I just sort of held back on that, deleted everything I'd written, like 1,000, 1,500 words, and just went, yeah, that's fine as a chapter, and I just posted it. So it ended up late because I tried to add scenes that would have been a mistake. Yeah. So
is it possible to explain what's wrong with them without having to go into specifics, or just not good?
Without going into specifics, it would have been characters doing something very cruel. That would have had very dramatic effects and basically ruined multiple relationships.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, that was a bad idea, so I pulled back on that shit. Fuck. No.
Sometimes you think it's a good idea, and then you start to write it, and you're like, no! Mm-hmm. Wait, think about the implications of what will happen from this.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that needed to be. Yeah. So unfortunately, a short chapter most recently, but finished another round of the big commission that I do on the regular that will be posted tomorrow. So that's cool. Leaves a spot open until they decide whether they want me to continue that or not. And if they don't, then I've got other people. So I'm going to message them next week if they don't get back to me, because that's when I need to start writing it if I'm going to write it. And I have decided to do some change-ups on my Patreon, because I think I mentioned that basically 2 stories get, a cycle between them for how it works currently because of the polls. There are two very popular stories, and it's just one, then the other, then one, then the other, then the one, then the other. And that doesn't work. That's not how it's supposed to work. So I have put up a poll for people to decide how I'm going to, like, choose which stories to update, and, like, modifying that in different ways. And hopefully, I haven't checked that poll yet today. I should really check it. So hopefully that lets me update more stories less often, but, you know, more stories and get things a bit more spread out. Also adding some new stories to that, so that's cool. For fun things that I've done, not much. Fucking Fate Go. The current event takes too much fucking time. That thing's an asshole. I hate when it's like, hey, do more enemies in each node.
Yeah.
So you can't just set it to go through various methods, which kind of sucks. And carried on playing Spider-Man. That's still cool. Yeah. I still enjoy that. I haven't really noticed you know how they did the thing where they changed the face map for Peter Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed that, to be honest. Might be because it was
It doesn't
so
really
long
look
ago.
that much better.
Yeah, since I played it the first time, I probably don't really remember how the original face looked, so it's hard for me to complain about the new face not looking as good, because I don't remember how the old face looked. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, that game's still fun. I'm enjoying it still. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. It's not most interesting at the moment. I look forward to things coming out that I would play or watch or do fucking anything. I've got a break coming up at the end of the month. That's gonna be good. Like, yeah, it's been a while and I'm starting to kind of feel it. So, yeah, break sounds good.
I'm sure those breaks are appreciated.
Yeah. I still
Good
feel like I'm
old-fashioned
completely behind because of the fucking COVID thing. Like, those 2 days were apparently really fucking important because I have yet to fix my schedule and pacing and shit, so... Oh, my mum got her vaccine today as well, so that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm getting my second shot next week. So,
Yeah. She asked me about side effects because I mentioned those to her the last time I saw her. That it's like a little, it's not great. And since, you know, we're related, so if I had problems, there's a decent chance she'll have problems. So, you know.
That would make sense.
But yeah, so that was good news. I'm glad because that's kind of important for her and my stepdad, who has also had an injection. I don't know what current policy is. I still think I'm not getting... none of us are getting another one for another 12 weeks. Or 8 weeks, in my case. So that's unfortunate, but, you know, that's how it goes.
Wait, you got the first half and they're not giving you the second one right away?
It was deemed a better idea to have as many people jabbed as possible rather than give everyone the full protection. Everyone that they managed to get the jab for full protection.
That's asinine.
Yep. The science does not back this up in any way. Doctors have gone on record as saying that this is actually worse because it means there is a chance of the virus mutating to better combat people that have had the vaccine. But Tories. That's all I'll say. Fucking Conservatives Party is who's in charge of the government currently. Sorry.
Oh, good to know they're a cancer worldwide.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yep. Fuck you, Boris Johnson. Anyway. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've been doing. I have been tossing around ideas for a new story, but that's so far away from actually being in the works that it's not even worth talking about. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Pokemon Direct was cool. I look forward to taking pictures. Unlike everyone else on the fucking planet, apparently.
Cowards. I want to take more pictures with Pokemon. I want to throw the little food and have it eat the food, and then it make a cry of joy, and then take the picture.
I want to see all the memes from taking pictures.
Yeah.
That's my only motivation.
There's going to be a lot.
There's going to be a
It's
lot.
going to be a lot.
It's going to be a good time.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much it. I don't think Patreon has gone through yet.
It has not.
Yep. Because I have not had my email about it. I've had the email for, hey, you paid these people, but I haven't had the one for, hey, you got paid. So.
It doesn't the payment actually take a couple days to actually process and stuff?
Yeah.
Isn't until like the 4th or 5th that they actually pay that money out?
Yeah, I think they start taking payments on the last day of the month, and then they collate all that stuff, get it all sorted, and send people receipts like a couple days later, and then a couple days after that, we actually get the money through. Is how that works, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, that's... Just waiting for that. That's gonna be... I don't know. That's gonna be what it is.
Yeah. I think we're hitting the end of our stamina.
I need to pee. So, I'm not actually tired. I just really need to pee. That's fucking hell. How long have we been? That was long.
Proper podcast length, just like the old times.
Hour 40. Fucking Jesus. So, yeah, that's a podcast. Thanks for listening and stuff. It was fun. Pokemon's cool. Pokemon fans are shit.
Yeah, they are.
So, Discord link in the description, Patreon link in the description, if you feel like it. Don't feel obligated. Come hang out on Discord, though. We have fun.
Yeah. We have cool people.
Everyone keeps telling me I'm old, even though Zero's the one that's having a birthday.
I mean, they know your weakness.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.